Happiness Techniques, a journey to inner peace. Allah al-Jundi.
Chapter 2, Cleansing Approach.
1. Expressive flow. 2. Presence in motion. You appear in form, but you are not the form. Life itself flows through the seen, the felt, the known, and the beyond. Stillness deepens when every layer is allowed to soften. As all clears, what remains is light.
In stillness, you settle connected at ease. The heart, a mirror where truth appears.
This chapter invites you to clear what lingers, seen and unseen, through expressive flow and presence in motion, opening the fullness of your being.
A man stood with his son, looking out the window. The father smiled and said, "How unaware our neighbor is. She hangs her laundry, and it always seems dusty." The son replied softly, "No, father, the window is not yet clear." We each see through the veil of our own perception. Either you gently cleanse what dims the view, or let the lens fall away and see with the quiet clarity of presence. Practice 1, Expressive Flow. A soft touch of art. Let your hands remember stillness. Let them move gently in a practice that quiets the gaze and teaches the heart to see. You were not born to carry suffering. Life is a silent grace. Its unfolding begins within. Love is never far. It moves through you, softly, always. Turn inward and let beauty arise. When it is seen within, it begins to appear everywhere, in every face, in every moment, regardless of the shape life takes.
Discover the artist within. Let expression find you. Draw, paint, dance, sing. Listen, or align with stillness between each note. Follow what calls to your heart. Art reveals what was hidden through your eyes when they begin to see. Let it follow your flow, rhythm, openness, and the quiet call within. Live fully and allow life to renew itself. What is lived without depth returns, wearing a different date. Life moves like a single breath. Do you recall your beginning, your childhood, your becoming, all of it, a few passing moments? This life is short, and yet, within it, a silent invitation waiting to be received. Keep going. Let the challenges root you gently into your own strength. Be with what you have. Let your rising be gentle. Your energy knows no edge. Return to what is simple. Life, just as it is, when illusion falls away, opens into joy. Embrace new creation. Let your hands explore what lies beyond. In a bowl of warmth, in earth that welcomes roots, in form rising from clay, or petals placed without reason. Art has no single name. Let it name itself through you. And ask, what is that becomes melody, motion, and creation? Step gently beyond the known. Do not fear stepping beyond the familiar. You may find a new shade, yet to be discovered. Release your imagination freely. Let no boundary limit your being.
In a quiet time, a brilliant artist painted works of sublime beauty. Then, unexpectedly, illness visited, and with it, the steady line that once flowed freely from his hand was lost. He drifted into sadness, unable to create the beloved art. Gently, he lifted his pen again, with slow, mindful grace, touching the canvas, then lifting it softly in a rhythm that listens to the melody of his heart. He let his hand wander gently across the surface. In quiet stillness, his gaze fell, and a tapestry of dots emerged, a new language born from stillness and struggle, a quiet unfolding into the vastness of life. Truth rising. A quiet loosening from the comfort where the illusion of safety once lived. There is life, even when hardship moves through, when pain rises like wild winds, darkening the sky within with old, unspoken wounds. The offering is true, but in the hush of the heart, something deeper knows. It is already given. You may have heard of the girl who carried sorrow from a gap she felt with her parents. She turned to her teacher. "How do I meet this pain wisely?" He said, "If you found a rare bloom so delicate, its beauty beyond all others, but the price 1,000 coins, would your heart still whisper, 'Yes'?" So it is with all that truly touches your life. What if all you called mine fell away?
Practice 2. Presence in motion. You move the body in stillness. Each motion is a soft return to now. Movement becomes a quiet invitation. Through it, emotion flows, and you return to quiet harmony. Let your body speak in the language of presence and motion, starting with yoga, Pilates, or martial arts that honor silence. Learn to swim, to attune to the grace of motion, the clarity of mind, and the rhythm of breath. Or simply walk as morning whispers its first breath in nature, a quiet place untouched by the weight of daily life.
Let awareness flow through every layer of your being, body, thought, feeling, and essence. A cleansing begins, softly, quietly, until the mirror of the heart clears, and the eye within sees like a child, unclouded, untouched by thought, a gentle return to the first, knowing where nothing is taught and all is remembered. And then the veils lift, light is revealed, secrets unfold. You see truth as it is, not as you want it to be. From that still seeing, acceptance blooms, surrender flows, contentment settles, serenity unfolds, until peace like breath rests within you.
Physical exercise. This is the movement of the body, a quiet release for what has long been held. There are many forms through which the body lets go, of tension, of pain, of emotions that sank too deep to speak. When practiced with presence, exercise becomes more than effort, it becomes renewal. It strengthens, clears, and awakens what was dormant. Let it be a daily rhythm from the first light of dawn until the sun begins to rise. Walk gently in nature as darkness lifts and light begin its song. Even after pain, life stirs again. You may swim, run, flow through martial arts, breathe in yoga, move in Pilates, or dance in silence. Try rhythmic movement, dance-based fitness, or the still strength of lifting weight. Try what calls to you or try them all. You may fall in love with motion as I did. That quiet hour has become the still part of my day. With motion, the heaviness within finds its way out. Let the body balance, and when it does, you return to your center. Psychological exercise. These are practices of purifying and nurturing yourself. They are the art of embodying noble virtues. With still attention, you begin releasing what weighs you down, dissolving the old patterns that cloud your heart. The first step in this journey of refinement, purification, and inner preparation is to awaken to your own tendencies and emotions. If anger often stirs within you, tend to the hold it has on you by awakening to the moments when you are no longer present in your actions. Ask gently, what awakens your anger?
Do you see that anger already dwells within you, and that the outer world only stirs its sleep? Quietly concealed, it waits for a spark to unsettle your stillness. The challenge is not beyond you, but within you. What arises from inside reveals itself, and in that seeing, you meet yourself. Your anger may be the voice of a wound left unseen, a life burdened with fear, strain, or sorrow. It may have taken root in the narrow confines of your earliest home, etched by the quiet weight of its walls. Anger is a hidden growth, unfolding in quiet shadows. Nurtured by what remained unresolved, it became a silent burden. In holding it, you harmed yourself. In fighting it, you came to struggle with everything, everyone, and above all, yourself.
So, pause and ask, are you at peace with yourself?
Reactive anger. Reactive anger shows that old patterns are still unhealed, memories heavy with hurtful events, and lingering shadows of those whose influence you have not yet released.
Do not be disheartened. Everything that comes into your life carries a purpose. The deeper aim is growth, to rise beyond the limits of thought and emotion, and awaken to awareness. Only then can you meet life's changes and challenges with a sound heart and a clear soul. Abide in a meditative state.
This does not mean anger will never arise. Wisdom itself may call for outward anger in certain moments, while your core remains at peace. So how can this be? Some circumstances of life simply call for a different response. If your child is in danger, anger will naturally arise. And when you lose a life partner, sorrow will surely follow.
Yet whatever thought or feeling appears, know it as a passing wave stirred by the winds upon the surface of the ocean, while the depths remain calm.
So can you.
Let anger move under your guidance, not the other way around. Be the quiet witness of yourself. Do not force feelings into silence, but let them dissolve in a gentle release. If emotions are not met with awareness, you carry them in your body, your memory, and the subtle field of your energy. A single spark may awaken them again, leading to eruptions, even to illness. The key is to meet yourself with understanding. Embrace yourself. Rise gently from your shadows. In essence, refine your soul. One of the purest ways is through service. To offer what you can to those in need, whether wealth, knowledge, kindness, skill, or ability, let it flow. Dedicate time to serve your community. In this giving, you grow in countless ways, most of all, in your own humanity. Mental training. Mental practice unfolds through reading, writing, learning, and activities that deepen focus and brighten awareness, such as chess or puzzles that awaken memory and intellect, or through the soft practice of remembering and reading with ease. Make it a daily practice to read a page outside your knowing, so your vision gently expands. Be present where wisdom is shared. Engage in conversations that uplift and allow your path of growth to unfold, guided by clarity and quiet intention. As the wise remind us,
remembrance is the key to watchfulness.
Spiritual practices. This is the way of inner folding rooted in meditation. Through it, every moment becomes presence. Awareness is the most precious gift you can offer yourself. Enter spaces of prayer and remembrance. Walk through places held sacred. Yet the real sanctuary is your heart. Cleanse it, and presence shines within. Let affirmations flow gently through your day. Soft words, aligning your being. Being present is to be connected, and this is the essence of prayer. Recall the qualities of being. Let their essence breathe within you. Contemplate nature and life. Everything around you is a mirror, awakening the soul to its own journey. That journey begins with attention. As the wise say,
die before you die, and awaken into a second birth, like the bird born twice.
These words point to awakening. We all know death as the spirit detaching from the physical body, moving into subtler dimensions through the etheric body. The physical form returns to dust, while essence continues its journey. This world drifts like a dream. The wise remind,
people move as if asleep, and death is their awakening. In truth, death is a passage from one dimension to another. It is the dissolving of the ego, the unveiling of the true self. Self-realization.
who am I?
Here lies a depth beyond words, as every wise saying reaches the aware consciousness, grasped only to the extent it is ready to receive. The awakened ones mention the 4 deaths, as channeled through Dr. Muhammad Al-Fendi, that leads to the state of awakening of heart and spirit. White, passing beyond indulgent desires. Be content, with what you eat and drink. Black Death, meeting wrongs with grace, enduring the harm of others with patience. Red Death, rising above the soul's cravings, the practice of self-mastery. Green Death, freedom from attachment and the need to be distinguished. Be like the green earth, still, gentle, and giving freely.
This is the loosening of the ego's grip and the birth of clarity. In that stillness, you come to know the essence of serenity, stillness, and the joy sustained by the light of being, which needs nothing to be whole. But the ego, it craves endlessly. Never satisfied with little, it competes, seeks more, and boasts. As the seers have whispered,
Whoever comes to know the self glimpses the eternal, yet deeper still. Whoever knows the self and transcends it abides in the eternal. In love.
The explanation unfolds as this: the ego takes many shades, stirred by desire and greed, tinged with malice and deceit, or bound by ambition and self-concern. Here lies the gentle way of release and renewal. Balance comes as the soul softens into quiet.
You are spirit, unbound, pure, eternal. The soul and body drift with time and place, with earth and clay. When the ego dissolves, only the self remains.
Seeds of purification. Releasing suffering, seeing pain, and gently dissolving it. Giving and sharing, flowing like water toward all it touches. Living with purity of conscience, upright in thought and feeling. Shining with the radiance of being, face and heart lit by inner light. Walking through life's hardships, realizing the groundless nature of the impossible. Resting in integrity, clear in choices and direction. Seeing beauty, hidden and revealed. Rooting in noble virtues, lifting human awareness. Remaining in purity as a state of being, heart, soul, mind, spirit, and body. Holding no resentment, no hate, letting creation rest in stillness. Being alike whether embraced or turned away, a seed of goodness taking root wherever placed, offering fruit in every step, unfolding blossoms along the path, rooting in silence, blooming though no soil was near, nourished by little, yet opening to the sun it met. Unfolding blossoms along the path, rooting in silence, blooming though no soil was near, nourished by little, yet opening to the sun it met. As the ray seeing itself, remembering the sun.